What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be a quick video. Like I said earlier today, we have two games today. Dallas Wings versus Atlanta Dream, and then Las Vegas Aces versus Seattle Storm. We'll start with the Atlanta and Dallas game. Now, I didn't get to really watch this game because I was actually on my way to the Vegas game versus Seattle. Um, but the score was 85-78, so it was a pretty close game. Um, Enrique Ogumawale had 27 points. Um, Satu Sabali threw in 25 points, which I'm very excited to see how she does this season. I'm actually a really big fan of hers. So to see how she gets back into playing basketball again after her injuries and everything from last season, I really hope that she has a really good year. Atlanta lost a couple of their key players, especially Marina Mabry. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the players that they put in to take over Mabry's position, how that all works. It seems like it's going good. Out of the five starters, three of them scored in 20 plus points. So I'm thinking they're doing good. They didn't play their rookies that much, Atlanta or Dallas. Maddie Seegers played about 3 minutes. She didn't really score. She shot once, um, but they didn't really get that much from their bench. But it didn't really hurt them in this game that much, seeing how Dallas did win. But that will definitely hurt them down the line. But I do think the more playing time they get, they'll be fine. Their second string is a whole nother lineup on its own. They have enough players there that if you get them to working together, they'll be a very good bench. And we all know you got to have a very good bench to go up against some of the best teams. Atlanta was the same way. They didn't play their rookies that much. Haley Jones played 5 minutes. She didn't score. So seeing how they integrate her into the system um, will be something to look forward to for the rest of the season. Um, their starters didn't do that bad either. Three of the five starters scored in double digits. You had Derek coming off the bench as well with her 12 points. So Atlanta, they're also a young team, and I feel like them in the Fever. I feel like Atlanta is maybe a level and a half above the Fever because of the players that they have. I feel like the players that they have when they came into the league were a little bit more developed in their skill set, and they Atlanta has have more guards and forwards, whereas Fever have a lot of more bigs. So the developmental of a guard and a post player is totally different, and there's a different style of play in the WNBA. Post players in the WNBA are powerful, but they also don't just stay in the post. So yeah, Atlanta, I do believe they'll win more games this year than they did last year, but I still think it's still the building. It's still a building phase, but I do believe they'll get there faster than the Fever. So it was a good game. I watched as much of it as I could, and what I did see, both teams have some things to work on, and both teams have things that they can continue to build on. Um, for the second game, which was Las Vegas Aces versus Seattle, obviously Las Vegas did not have their head coach in Becky Hammond as she's serving that 2 game suspension. But like I said in the early video, is going to be a problem. They have a team full of people who can go out and make their own points. Like, the passing has gotten even better with Candace Parker being able to pass the ball as well as she does. She threw some really good passes into Asia Wilson. She threw a really good sneak pass in there to Jackie Young in the post play. So I think that was an aspect that they were missing, having that high low post play with someone with a very good, has a very good passer. The it's I mean the score was 105-65, and to me I was there watching the game and I didn't even know the score was like that. To me, both teams were scoring the ball, both teams was committing turnovers. It was just the Aces were shooting and they were hitting. Almost everyone hit a 3-pointer. Um, I mean, Asia Wilson didn't score until the second quarter. So I definitely think with your best player and Asia Wilson not really scoring that much until later in the game, and you're still winning by 20 points, definitely says a lot about that team and how hard it's going to beat them this season. Seattle wise, I don't think Seattle is a bad team. Yes, Sue Bird retired. Brianna Stewart went to New York. But the pieces that are there actually work very well together, and I do think they're a good team. You just can't tell how good a team is when their very first game is against the defending champions, and this defending champion is like none other. Like, they are a very solid team. So I do think that Seattle is good. I do think they will have a decent season. I think better than a lot of people think. But the same like with Asia Wilson, Jewel Lloyd didn't start scoring until the middle of the second quarter. And then once she started scoring, she was getting it. So finding out how to get Jewel Lloyd started at the start of the game and throughout the whole game is definitely going to be something they need to work on. I don't know if she just wasn't looking for her. She just wasn't looking for her shot that much. I think she was trying to get everybody else into it so that everyone else can get started before she did, because she felt like maybe that was the best option. But she has to understand that this is her team and she needs to take over the game as soon as the jump ball hits and just go for it. Don't be afraid. They have good post play with Russell and Easy. Kia Nurse came and gave them good numbers. Their rookies did really well. Horston from Tennessee played like she wasn't even a rookie, and that's what you want from your rookies, especially when their first game is against Asia Wilson and Candace Parker, that they have to primarily defend. Like, that's hard. That is literally throwing them in the fire all at once, and that was good. And she stepped up. Yes, there was times that, Asia Wilson's gonna get her points. If she gets the ball in the paint, she's gonna get through. She's gonna body through. But I think she did very well on defending her, and when she got the ball in her spot, she took those shots and she made them. So like I said, Seattle is not a bad team. So don't look at this score of them losing to Vegas 105-64 as a bad thing. It's just that the Aces are just that good. And Seattle, they're a good team. They're going to beat a lot of people. You just can't tell how good a play team is going up against a team like that. So I would like to see how Seattle plays against another team and see how that all works out for them. But like I said, I do think that Seattle is still a good team. It's just the Aces is day one, game one, best team in the league, something we already knew. So, it's not really much. Everyone knew that this was going to happen. So we just got to wait and see how the rest of the season goes, which we all know I'm excited for. I know you're excited for it. So we're going to keep this thing going. So like I said, short video. It was great talking to you guys. Keep watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace, love, happiness.